everyone. That's always a good reminder that that photo was taken pre-pandemic. And since then, my straightener has got a very thick layer of dust on it. Anyway, thank you. Today I'm going to talk to you about a very cool initiative that we're leading called the Canadian Centre for Outdoor Play. But first, I want to talk a little bit about Outdoor Play Canada itself. I'm very proud to announce that we're officially a not-for-profit organization. Up until recently, we were an informal network that resided within the CHEO Research Institute. And while this is sort of a scary journey that we're starting on now, it's also quite exciting. The other thing I wanted to draw your attention to is while we aim to bring together all these different disparate groups together to promote, protect, and preserve access to play and nature for all people living in Canada, we emphasize for all people because we feel that play doesn't end when you stop being a child. Yeah, right? Now, the idea for Outdoor Play Canada started back in probably 2013, 2014, when a number of individuals invested and interested in promoting children's health and well-being started asking certain questions, such as, have we lost the balance between promoting children's healthy, active living and protecting them from harm? That led to a number of other questions, such as, if we make too many rules about what children can and cannot do, will we be harming their ability to develop and learn as independent human beings? I should take some water. If injury prevention is the primary goal of outdoor play spaces, will they be any fun? And finally, are the indoors that much safer than the outdoors, or safer at all? And so all of these questions led to the formation of an outdoor play working group who decided to pull all of the best available evidence on the associations between outdoor play and children's health and well-being. And what they found, overwhelmingly, was that when children are outdoors, they play more, sit less. They move more, sit less, and play longer. That they learn to balance risky play with their own safety, that active outdoor play is associated with physiological benefits, including improved blood pressure, improved musculoskeletal and cardiorespiratory fitness, and that children show improved resilience, something that's fairly important right now, self-regulation, and the ability to manage their own stress. Now, this position statement led to a real invigoration of the outdoor play sector in Canada. First of all, it was informed by experts from 14 different organizations and was reviewed and approved by over 1,600 stakeholders across Canada. And to date, it has over 400 public endorsements on our website. If you want to add a few more, that's good too. The other cool thing is that it was actually used after it was launched. It informed a BC Supreme Court ruling in which the courts ruled that the District of Saanich was non-negligent in a case in which a child was injured on a public playground. It has informed both municipal and national level policy documents, and it led the Lawson Foundation to shift their strategic priorities towards outdoor play, such that to date they have invested $11 million over the last 8 years in outdoor play initiatives across Canada. Right? And so, a huge invigoration, a lot of use. There was a real energy around outdoor play. But there was also this recognition that all of these different people who are involved in outdoor play, researchers, educators, policymakers, playground construction people, injury prevention people, they were all interested and had been brought together for this position statement. But in order to keep them together and to bring more people in, we needed a central body. And so that was the idea behind Outdoor Play Canada. Now we have 4 main goals at Outdoor Play Canada. First, to provide leadership and strategic direction in the outdoor play sector. Second, to serve as a central hub of reliable and credible outdoor play information. Third, to amplify the efforts and successes of those involved in outdoor play across Canada and internationally. We don't want to compete, we want to amplify. And finally, to promote connection and collaboration across those involved. And one of the best depictions, I think, and also most exciting depictions of how we aim to do this is through one of our newest initiatives, Oh, sorry, I completely missed. I jumped the gun. Hold on. When this group of people came together and I didn't even tell you the position statement. All right, we're going to backtrack a second. The position statement, this is what it is. That they land on this idea that access to active play in nature and the outdoors with its risks is essential for healthy child development. We recommend increasing children's opportunities for self-directed play outdoors in all settings, at home, at school, in childcare, the community, and nature. Pretty powerful stuff, right? Okay, I digress. Back to our newest project is the Canadian Centre for Outdoor Play. Now, this is a collaboration between the Healthy Active Living and Obesity Research Group at the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario Research Institute, Algonquin College, Andrew Fleck Children's Services, which is a childcare provider in Ottawa, and Outdoor Play Canada. But it really started back in 2018 when two of my colleagues from that collaboration secured funding to build a new building in which this collaborative, in which the Canadian Centre for Outdoor Play would be housed. Unfortunately, a few hurdles happened, like a global pandemic, lumber shortages, labor strikes, mass inflation. And so while as of about 2 weeks ago, that's what the building looks like, we have been promised, but that by the fall of 2023, which is coming up, we're going to have a full building. And so we're going to soft launch the building in which the Canadian Centre for Outdoor Play will be housed at the Breath of Fresh Air Outdoor Play Summit, September 27th to 29th in Ottawa, Ontario. Yes, this is my shameless plug to come join us. Now, at the Canadian Centre for Outdoor Play, we also have 4 main goals. The first is to launch an outdoor-focused early childhood education program that is licensed. We can do that because we have a building, but it's going to be outdoor-focused. The second is to build off of current outdoor learning, professional development, bring educators together, and help build that community. The third is to use the Canadian Centre for Outdoor Play and the Early Childhood Education Program as a living lab and a site for training. And this is not just for undergrads and graduate students, but learners of life, anyone who's interested. And the fourth, through these 3 activities, is to essentially make and establish the Canadian Centre for Outdoor Play a centre of excellence in outdoor play and early childhood education. Now, for my call of action. We have a decent team, a pretty strong team, I would say, but we will not be successful in this if we don't have a larger group with us. So if anything that I've said today is of interest to you, I encourage you to reach out. If you want specifics, I'll give you some specifics. So one of the first things that we're launching right now is we're going to develop an outdoor early childhood education framework. The idea being that there are for professional development. The idea being that there are a lot of professional development programs out there, but because of the way provincial structures exist, most programs are not associated with licensed establishments. They often don't talk to each other. There's very little national oversight. And so we'd like to build that, but we cannot build it ourselves. And so we invite you, there's a survey link, there's a survey that we developed, and I'm going to talk to Jade and Colin and figure out how we can circulate the survey. But we want to hear from you. What do you identify as essential components of outdoor learning professional development? And while the focus right now is on early childhood education, we don't imagine the Canadian Centre for Outdoor Play focusing on early childhood education forever. We see this as being something that should last a long time, and we see this as being adaptive and should include all levels of education. And even in this initial step, we could probably learn from educators across the lifespan. So even if you're not involved in early childhood education, we want to hear from you. So that's one way, this little survey. The second is we're just establishing a community of practice on outdoor early childhood education. So if that is of interest, again, there's a survey link. We're going to circulate it around. And so if you're interested in participating through that survey, you can provide a little bit of information so that we can start that off. The third is come to the Breath of Fresh Air Summit. We would love to have you there. And then the fourth is that if any of these things seem cool to you, but you're not ready to participate, that's totally okay. We have a website. You can check us out, outdoorplaycanada.ca. There's also a free membership that you can sign up for, and through that, we circulate newsletters so you can hear about what's going on. Oh, there's a fifth. I forgot. The fifth is that in 2025, it'll be 10 years since the launch of the position statement on active outdoor play. And so we're building up a 10th year anniversary project. And we have put out a call for steering committee members. So if that is of interest, there's another way. And with that, I'd like to thank you very much for your time. And I look forward to talking and getting to know so many of you. Thanks.